Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing, and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today it is Friday, June 27th, 2025. It is broadcast 1333. Thanks, Penny. It's good to see all of you here. Michael, Anava, Adele and Amy, Richard, Boker Tov. Really good to see you. I hope that all of you are safe and well. It's good to greet each other to get ready for Shabbat. So let's take a moment, see who's here, say good morning, sing a bracha, learn some Torah, and go into Shabbos. Valerie, Chana, it's good to see you. Welcome, welcome, my friends. Karen and Kristen. Oh, Rose, it's you on Kristen's account. Good to see you. Tara, nice to see you too. Carl and Barry, Debbie and Peter, Linda and Kim, Boker Tov friends. Susie, nice to see you too. Jack and Corinne, Jerry and Natalia, good morning. Hi, Arlene. All right, friends, let's take a breath, sing a bracha, learn some Torah. Here we go. Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah, la'asok b'divrei Torah, hafok ba ve'hafok ba, la'asok b'divrei Torah. Didiyai la 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 la, didiyai la la la. Good morning, friends. It's good to see all of you. I hope that you and yours are safe and well. It has been quite a week, hasn't it? We're getting ready for Shabbat, and I hope that you're taking a breath. Someone said just a second ago on the broadcast how important it is to have Shabbat as a pause. And that's actually what I wanted to point to today with our pre-Shabbat broadcast. First, another bracha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehakol niyeh b'dvaro. Glad to share with you my favorite mug. This pause, which feels very abrupt, maybe it's the wrong way to point to this moment in time, but for the last 630 days since October 7th, it is one intense, demanding thing after another. And we're not done with it. We're not done. The last thing I want to suggest is that we are anywhere near whole or done. Clearly, if you're paying attention, as we have for 630 days, we aren't whole yet as a people. 50 of us are still being held by Hamas. And so I'm in no way going to minimize that. I'm going to amplify that, calling for their freedom as we have every second since they were stolen from us. And it is also true that with the events of last Shabbat and this week, Israel has regained, we as a people, Am Yisrael, not just Medinat Yisrael, we have regained something that was lost. And I've tried to use Torah this week to help frame it, but I don't know that the story of Korach that we read this Shabbat, even the plague afterwards, even its aftermath, fits this exact mode. Of course, after the rebellion of Korach was put down in the most spectacular of ways, there was still much more to do, even after the plague that happened right afterwards. Even that when that was stopped, there was still much more to do. But there was something that happened right after it. And in the midst of the book of Numbers, the book of Bamidbar that we are in, what an extraordinary thing to pause. Incessant rebellions, that's what the book is. 7 rebellions, one after another. And some have even said that the structure of the book of Numbers itself is, if not haphazard, but it is just thrown at you. It's so many things one after another. And I just want to pause. I need to pause. I'm imagining you might need to also. There's the very end of this parsha, after the challenge to Aaron and the Levites and to Moshe, and ultimately the challenge of God's choice, which is another way of saying I cannot endure the way history is being written, and so I will challenge everyone in charge and God because I'm so scared. And there's something really important to acknowledging this, allowing for that experience, naming it as such, and not rebelling, but saying, this is too much. And one of the ways we can respond is not by fighting at it. That's certainly not a way of encountering time and everything that fills it. But perhaps, just pausing, deciding, us, right now, deciding to pause. And let me use something that David in our community just wrote as a way of continuing this thought. He writes, our Torah is one of conflict. And in fact, my friend, I disagree. Our Torah contains conflict. And we contain Torah. And Torah contains us. How important it is for us to realize that conflict is in there, which means it's in here, and it's in this world. To deny that conflict is here and plays a staggering part in our day-to-day and in longer stretches of history. We wouldn't deny that that's not fair, it's not right, it's not kind, it's not helpful. Korach happens, plagues happen, war happens. But today, because of the strange weather that's happening in New York right now, it was near 100 for 3 days in a row, and now today it's 66 degrees outside my window. I opened the window. And I have to say, that might not be a verse speaking, but it is a bird. And in our parsha, there's nothing like that. But we read the parsha this week, and this is the world we inhabit. Maybe there's something in the conversation between, I'm showing you, I'm holding a chumash in front of me that has all of the Torah. And I have verses that I was planning on sharing, but that bird is grabbing my attention. And I know, given everything still going on and everything that has happened in these last 630 days, I know we need a pause. After Korach, after the plague, a pause. We're not done. We're not done. But the birds have been outside this window and yours every day since. I don't think I've heard them with intention. And it's important friends, to be in that. There's a command that's given in the Parsha. I will bring one verse in. And it's important. It's chapter 18, verse 8. The Hebrews, Vayidaber Adonai el Aharon, Va'ani hine natati lecha et mishmeret trumotai, lechol kodshei v'nei Yisrael lecha nitatim lemoshcha ulvanecha lechok olam. The translation here. God spoke to Aaron saying, which is also pretty strange. God spoke to Aaron. I hereby give you charge, I place you in charge of my gifts, all the sacred donations of the Israelites. I grant them to you and to your children as a prerequisite, a due for all time. And that's specifically about the tithe, the way that any community supports its leadership, who then serves the people. It's the end, this is not a commercial, but I'm letting you know, it's the end of UJ's campaign year. And the way that our community has responded with incredible strength and support so that we can turn around and leverage that support on behalf of the world, on behalf of Jews everywhere in the world, on behalf of the state of Israel. What we have done all the while is not less beautiful than the song of the birds. We didn't wait for the end of the rebellion to continue our steady pace. We didn't wait for the end of the plague to continue our steady pace. I want to offer these thoughts, this attempt at a mindful pause in a way too busy world and a way too busy Parsha, within a way too busy book, which is within our way too busy hearts. I want to offer these thoughts to my colleagues and to all the leadership, volunteer and professional, at UJA, and all of you who through it all have been steady in your energy to respond to the world, to be mindful enough to pause every morning, to learn together, to come together. It makes us stronger. And we're not done, because the second one campaign year ends, the next begins. But I want to make sure that we at least take this moment. Shabbos is coming. What will you do for yourself to calm your heart just a little bit? Might I suggest, some of us are in Israel right now where it's much later. Shabbos is probably just about to begin. Take a good walk today. Go listen to the birds. If you're near some water, go stand or sit near the water. If you're tired today, take a nap. As Shabbos comes, no matter what Shabbos looks like in your practice, find a way to light a candle or two. Make a blessing. We need this gift. Aaron and his children made sure that all of the energy in the community, everything that we build, it was put to holy use. Put your own soul to holy use and take good care of yourself. Let it be Shabbos for you. Breathe. In fact, before we go into our closing, where we'll sing Hatikva in just a moment, if I could encourage us, breathe. It might be that this broadcast each morning is all of us saying, okay, here we are, let's go. That might be what the broadcast is most mornings. But today, let me make a suggestion. Today, let it be us saying to ourselves, knowing that we affirm each other's intentions in this way. Take a break. Set it down. Have some Shabbos. And then we begin again. So take a breath, friends. Stanley and Diane are about to visit Leonard Cohen's grave today. Countless songs come to mind here. But to quote one of his most famous lyrics, that brokenness, that crack, that's where the light comes in. There's been enough of the breaking, so let some light in. I wish everybody a sweet and calmer Shabbat than we have had. May it remain calm like that for you, for Am Yisrael, for our people, for Medinat Yisrael, our homeland, and for our entire world. May it somehow be a little bit calmer this Shabbat, inside and out. Let's sing Hatikva, and let's go into Shabbos. Kol hod balevav pnima nefesh Yehudi homia ulefatei mizrach kadima ayin letzion tzofia od lo avda tikvateinu התקווה בת שנות 2000 להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון Virushalayim. Bring them home now. Am Yisrael Chai. Shabbat Shalom, my friends. See you on Monday.